I think our guys did a very good job defensively. The first half they shot 20% against us. They're a very good team, very good offensive team, and I think our guys did a good job clamping down on them on the defensive end, especially in the first half. Second half, in the beginning, they made some baskets to close the gap, but our guys were really very resilient and did a great job, down the stretch, making the plays defensively and offensively, that we needed. And and the other thing is 45-32 on the boards, against them. They're a good rebounding team, and I think we did a nice job. Shea had 14 rebounds, 16 points with 14 rebounds. I think more importantly than the points, the rebounds for us and the defense was huge for us.
It seems like you guys always, even if you missed inside, you had somebody there. It looks like the way your offense runs, you always have two guys around the basket at all times.
Yeah, right. I think the one thing we didn't do a great job in the first half was taking care of the ball. I think we had 10 or 11 turnovers in the first half, and I think we only had a handful in the second half, which was big for us also.
Jaquan, the threes, it seemed like every time they made a run, you'd hit one, or whenever you guys needed to stretch it out a little bit. What was the key for you tonight?
The key is always the same. Just defense, focus on defense. That's our bread and butter. That's how we're gonna win games, and also rebounding. That's our bread and butter. That's what we like to focus on, and on our defense and offense. Through that, offense will come. And I've been putting a lot of time in the gym, just shooting, working on my game, and our big basically. We're so good, so when we get into the post, guards have to help. Yeah. So that leaves me open as well, and I've been knocking it down.
In a game like this, in a neutral site, when you get in a rhythm, does that help? I mean, it's not the shooting background you're used to, but. Looked like you felt right at home after a while.
Yeah, when you make one, you feel like you can make them all. So I think once I made the first one, I felt like every other shot was going to go in. So.
But defensively, especially on Safford and Bernasian, did you guys just kind of rotate guys on them and stay fresh that way?
Yeah, I actually didn't guard them. We had 23 Hark Lehman on them and Rick Naylor on them most of the time, and Shea Ajayi actually was on Bernasian. So we know those are two main guys offensively, and we basically wanted to take them out, or if not take them out, just make them take tough shots and rebound the ball. And I think that's what we did, and that's basically how we won the game. We made them take tough shots, force tough shots, and make the other guys get involved.
Shea, did you feel like you had an advantage inside against them with the size you guys have and the strength overall?
Yeah, playing the 3 and the 4 position, there's always somebody down there rebounding. So the key is to just, as soon as the ball goes up, just find a body, box out. Apparently today I was just in the right position at most times, so everything just really much fell in my lap if I boxed out. So yeah, rebounding today was key to the game.
This one for either one of the players. And playing a team like this that you're sort of familiar with, it's a conference rival, is that a different challenge? Is it more nerve-wracking than, say, a first or second round game against somebody else, or is there a comfort zone, a comfort level because of it?
It was a good challenge. We see them a lot during the year, and even my sophomore year, freshman year. So we're pretty familiar with what they have and what they can do. And just playing our conference team, really, I'll say it excited us. The crowd was into it. We didn't let that get to us. So we took that, that energy. We fed off to that energy, I would say, basically.
Yeah. To add on to that, Jaquan, the NESCAC teams are pretty good, so you never know who's gonna win.
Right.
It's never like a powerhouse team on top usually. But today we felt as though we prepared enough to take on this battle, prepared for the worst and the best.
Yeah, talk a little bit about NESCAC, because I think this is 5 out of 6 years now that there's been a NESCAC team in the sectional final. I mean, that speaks highly for the conference.
5 out of 6.
More than that, yeah, it's at least 5 out of 6.
I think it's got to be at least 5 or 6 in a row.
Yeah.
Between Amherst, Williams, and Middlebury, I know, the last 3 or 4 years, one of them have been in the Final Four, and I think 2 or 3 years ago we had 3 teams in the Elite 8. So, I think we knew Bates was going to be tough because we played them before, but we know how tough the NESCAC is, and you know, it was, I guess it was fitting that we beat a NESCAC team to go to the Elite Eight right now, because we knew we were gonna have to face one of them sooner or later, just because how good the conference is up and down the line.
Has this been a process for you guys the past 2 or 3 years to get here? I mean, it looks like, kind of like Bates did, you guys made a pretty significant jump to
Yeah,
this season.
it was definitely progress from freshman year to sophomore year to junior year. Freshman year, we pretty much struggled. I think we were 11 and 15, and in sophomore year, we actually saw progress. I think we were 15 and 11. And the most important thing about from last year to this year is we had everyone coming back. We didn't lose anyone from last year to this year, so I think that was the main thing. We were stronger, more experienced, and now come back now, we're all seniors and juniors, and new freshmen coming in. So that was a big thing for us. Everyone coming back.
But I think the thing 2 years ago too is we had all freshmen and sophomores. We had one upperclassman that 2 years ago. So it's been a group that's been together for a while. Has been, you know, has gone through some growing pains when they were young. Like I said, we had 15 freshmen and sophomores out of 16 players 2 years ago, and we only had one senior. And then last year we had no seniors. So it's been a group that's been together for a while. Has been battle tested, and it's you know, and the best thing about them is they never hung their heads. They just kept plugging away, and got better each game. Never mind each year, and you know, I think it's starting to really show.